well. How are you? Well, I know how you are.
I'm much better. Yesterday was my first day out of bed. So that's a good, yeah, it was nasty.
Did you have a doctor?
No, I didn't because, okay, where'd I go? Uh-oh, I lost this.
Look up in the, there's a view thing maybe.
Oh, here, I found a camera. There it is. No, I was, it was like, it was Thanksgiving, and so I was just so like, I had like 103 fever for 4 days. So I you know how it is sometimes when you're so sick, you're like, I can't even fathom going and sitting in a waiting room for 2 or 3 hours right now,
No urgent care visit or anything like that?
No. Had it the fever persisted one more day, I was going to go. But Ken kept needing my car because his car was going through a little bit of a thing last week. So, like, he was gone. He couldn't take me. I certainly couldn't drive myself. So, I just kind of waited it out. A lot of time they can't really do anything for these things anyway. So,
yeah. Do you feel like you're on the mend?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. My throat doesn't hurt anymore, which is awesome because it was like one of the worst sore throats I've ever had. It was painful. And
well, you may want to just sort of get checked to see if you had strep throat, because sometimes if you don't take care of strep throat, it manifests later in life and it's a kidney problem.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
well,
yeah, you may want to, give your primary a call or something like that.
I don't have one anymore. So when my insurance switched in this, I haven't needed a doctor all year, and my insurance switched, and I lost my primary care.
Okay.
But you know what? I'm getting ready to switch insurance again come January. I'm going to be on Ken's insurance through WashU, which is
nice,
really great insurance. So I won't let anything silly like this get in the way.
Yeah, because you don't want to be like dealing with kidney and protein issues later on in life.
No.
Because you just overlooked a strep throat, and if your throat was so bad, and and I'm really glad that I was in Sweden.
I know. I'm so glad you were too. My God,
with all the times we've had to hang out in between recording, I know I would have caught it.
I have not been around anybody. I've sequestered myself.
Okay.
So I've been living on a sofa since about Tuesday. So so no, and the only one that's been around me has been Ken, and I've been making sure he's loading up on vitamin C and hydrating himself and taking care of himself, and he has. So so far he's a week later now, and he still feels fine. So that's exactly, knock on wood here, wherever the wood is.
Find some salt, throw some salt over your shoulder. Something like that would be fine.
Yeah, that's right. So, well, what do you think? You think we can give this a go, or do you think that this coughing is going to interrupt?
I think we should go for it.
Right?
Yeah.
I can always mute myself if I feel that tickle coming on, and and you can just keep rolling. Right.
Well, it's been recording since you came on. So I hit that, so we can that kind of stuff. And the thing about this software, Zoom, is that if it basically sort of mutes those who are not talking.
That's true. Yeah.
Are you on your iPad? Are you seeing it do it on the iPad, or are you on the computer?
I'm on my computer.
Okay. So do you see how that, like, the screens will highlight who's talking?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the few times you have coughed, I was like, blah, 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 blah. So I'm still,
You're still lit up.
I'm still the prominent audio.
That's good. That's really good.
So yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So is this your final night?
Final night. Yeah.
Oh, bittersweet, right?
It always is, it's like, and I was joking with Anne earlier today. I was like, we've talked every single day, every night, up late talking and drinking wine. And I'm like, and you'd think we would run out of things to say, but we never do.
No, the best friends, you just never run out.
never do. Yeah. It's been a good week. It was a really good week. I got here on Wednesday last week, and she picked me up, and then I came here and took a nap. I was exhausted.
I'm sure.
And then we sat up and talked and drank wine, and I brought them some Garrett's popcorn from Chicago, and some Hershey's Kisses, our holiday style Hershey's Kisses. Kisses, and then ingredients for our Thanksgiving dinner.
Awesome. So now I'm assuming are your friends here? Are they all from Sweden?
Oh yeah, they're all Swedish.
Yeah, so they've not experienced a traditional Thanksgiving before,
except for Anne when she lived in the States growing up. But she had never cooked a turkey like I did and had the whole meal here in Sweden. And so we had her, and you saw the picture, and the pictures are on Facebook and stuff, but her and her friend Maria and Isabel and Gabriella and Charlotte. And so this was all of their first Thanksgiving meal. And then her son, Marcus, also joined us. And I knew I had been a real hit when he was getting seconds and serving more.
Awesome. Well, that's exactly how that's supposed to go. You just keep going back, seconds, thirds.
Right.
The leftovers are the best part. I love that.
And then her older son wasn't able to join us on the day of Thanksgiving. And so Sunday afternoon had him over for leftovers. It's like, here, Perfect. This is, again, part of Thanksgiving tradition. So it was really good.
I really miss out on all of that this year. I was really looking forward to, leftovers and eating pie for breakfast and, making that turkey pot pie with the leftovers when you're finally like, I've had enough regular turkey, and, that's all fun. So maybe we'll have to have an at-home Thanksgiving here in a few weeks.
Yeah, when you're healthy and you could redo Thanksgiving at Christmas, but you probably do a whole different meal for Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas I usually kind of do a lobster caviar kind of thing. So
you obviously don't have young children running around your house.
Right. Very, very true. Yeah. So I usually cook on Christmas Eve. We'll have lobster with truffles and caviar. And then what's left over, I'll turn into a frittata in the morning.
Okay.
So I call it my frittata Noel. Very Hallmark.
Very Hallmark. Yeah, no, we kind of repeat the Thanksgiving meal with turkey and edible ham and a different kind of stuffing. But I was, I had 3 kids, and it's too expensive to serve people lobster and caviar.
Well, totally. Yeah. When I was a kid, that's how we did it too. We always had, it was almost like a repeat of Thanksgiving dinner. My grandmother always made like 7 different variations of jellos, and which I love. My favorite one, my mom still makes, it's called Billy Sunday pudding. And it's like this, that you use the big tapiocas, and it's got dates in it, and it's just really, oh my God, it is so good. It is so good.
Wow. That does sound good. I wonder if we should have like a food testing on an episode.
Ooh, wouldn't that be fun? I would love that.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Hi, Iggy Pup. You have muted yourself now. I can't hear you at all.
It's because the dogs are barking like crazy.
Oh, were they?
I thought I'd let that moment pass.
Yeah.
So I don't see any wine in your hand.
That's because it's right over here.
Okay.
I have all of it. I've been drinking wine every day.
I've noticed. I've loved your reports.
I'm like, I'm ready for, my liver is ready for a little tiny break.
Yeah, my liver's had a break, so.
You're going to be raring to go when we're back in the studio.
I am. Yeah, I'm going to be like, we might need to bring us another bottle.
You can drink it. So I have the boxed wine from the boat right here.
Oh, yes.
And it's really good. And the Tomasi, and I don't know, we'll have to see if the wine merchant carries them at all.
Yeah.
Tomasi, because we had a Tomasi wine last night at dinner. I think I sent it to you.
You sent me that picture. Yeah. You said it was also really good. Yeah.
Here is.
And I noticed that box, it looked, or was it the box, or no, it was a bottle that you were drinking earlier, actually said ship's wine. So is that like a custom label that they have for the cruise?
That was on Sunday night. We had bought this box at the duty free, and so we had this in the room, and the box wine in the room. And then at dinner we asked for just a house red, and it was the ship's. They blind taste test, and then they choose which, or the chef or the captain chooses which wine he wants to serve as the ship's wine, and then I think they do custom labels on it. But then last night we had a suggestion on our table, and it was what's the red wine that Sangiovese?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And that's a little lighter, isn't it? It just
isn't that like Sangiovese? Isn't like that we had a Sangiovese recently? It's like the blood of not Venus, like that. Venus was in my head because Vesi sounds more like
right.
But it's like the blood of some god is the.
Well, it was recommended, and it was on sale for 26 euros. And we were like, and our waiter was very nice, and he gave us a sip. And I was like, it's not as fruit forward. Doesn't have the long lasting aftertaste of the appassionato that this Graticchio. I guess I should do it like this. I can't see it. Now maybe I'll just hold this for a little bit so people can look at it.
Well, we do have a picture of that on our Instagram. I did share that.
But the box too. That's right. Fantastic.
Yeah, I did share that.
I thought I saw that. So I was looking at the menu, and then the waiter suggested another Tomasi wine. Same price, 26 euros. We're like, we're going to go with the Tomasi family. We know that one. And so that's what we had last night, which wasn't, it's not the same as the ship's label, but it was still all the same.
Kind of character.
Still very good. Was not disappointed in any wine that I had.
Oh, how nice. The whole journey. So tell me about this cruise. I've never been on a cruise. What was that like?
Okay, well, there's a couple things first.
Yeah.
I went to lunch with a friend, Isabel, on Friday and they do Black Friday here too also.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not nearly as, it's this big shopping day, but it's not as the frenzy shopping day like, in the United States, but still deals and stuff like that. And I have to say, Emily, you need to come to Stockholm and go shopping, because I would walk into a store and I was like, oh, that's Emily. The pants, everything that you love, and so fashionable. Everybody in Stockholm is so fashionable.
So next year. Yeah.
Even we find an inexpensive flight, the two of us can fly over, I'm sure.
That would be awesome.
I'm kind of a little bit of I didn't want to start coughing, and I didn't want to drink my wine.
Tickle in your throat.
Just a tiny tickle, but I'm okay.
Okay. You need to load up on vitamin C.
Yeah, I've been taking my supplements and vitamins. It's just, sometimes you just get a little tiny drainage. We've been in two countries in 2 days. So Stockholm, very fashionable. Everybody here is just always dressed so nicely. And I've said that before, but Sunday we got on the cruise liner, and it's a big ship, but and we got our room. I have pictures of that. I'll have to share that with you so you can, maybe we can have it edited into this video, pictures of the room. And it was, small, but we had a window so we could see the outside and the water. But it was dark, of course, because it gets dark here at 3:30 in the afternoon. So it was already dark at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. And so when we were leaving Stockholm, it was, we could see the lights of the city, it's kind of cool, but
what time does it get light in the morning?
7:30. So it's
about the same sunrise, just.
Well, the sunrise in the States is around 6:30 in the morning, and the sun sets at 4:30. So we have like 2 extra hours of light. And of course, it's just going to keep getting shorter as it gets closer to, the solstice.
Yeah. And what is that like? Have you ever been there for the solstice?
Yeah,
that would be fun.
I'm sure that Anne would like a little more time than me to be back next month. Hey, I'm going to be back. No, but it's been kind of cool, and it's kind of cozy, with it dark early. And, I thought it was later than 3:30, but I think you just adjust, and the temperature so far has been the same. But so we got on the ship and we got into our room and we, got a cocktail. I went to the duty free, came back, made ourselves a drink, got dressed, and I got this great new dress I bought before the trip. And I got these really great new shoes too.
Okay, I want to hear all about the outfit, but what are the rooms like?
The rooms are small. We had a room that had 2 beds, and they are twin size beds, but smaller. Like I'm 5'6", and I stretched the whole length.
Wow. Yeah.
And then the berth, it's at the berth, BERTH, it's like,
yeah.
And so it was kind of cozy. And then with the ship rocking, while it's like, just kind of good. Well, and wine, you're going to go back to sleep. It's pretty easy. And we had a bathroom and a television and a little vanity, area, but it's small. It's small. Mm-hmm. It's probably as big as your closet upstairs. Your walk-in closet.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's not bad. Yeah.
No. I mean, you're not in there except to, sleep and, and, in between. So then we got dressed and ready to go to eat. We had a coffee in the cafe first, and then after duty-free shopping, and then we went to have dinner at the grill, to sit down. I didn't want to do the buffet, and it's not a huge buffet fan either. So that's where we sat on Friday and Sunday. My days are all messed up.
I'm sure.
And then we left that after our great meal, and we went to the Starlight Room. I took a video of the Starlight Room. I'll share that as well. I mean, just think casino-y type of cabaret. It was like the Starlight Cabaret. And so they had a band playing, and they were very good. They did all covers. And then they had the midnight show, was the Ukrainian dance theater. I'll look it up and get some more information, but and basically it was a rhyme of like Cirque du Soleil. It was acrobats, ballet, song. They were very, very good. It might be like Ukrainian dance force or something like that. They even did the guy did the rings, but it wasn't the rings, and he was just so strong.
Sure.
Yeah, he was quite handsome too. Lots of muscles. So that, and then we went to the pub at like 1 a.m. because they had karaoke. So we did a little karaoke on Sunday night. And
how big is the ship?
Okay, so we heard that there was 800 people on the ship, and that was a small amount. That normally, like the night before, our waiter said that there was 1,500 people on the Saturday night. So it's like, it's just our whole trip was 40 hours from when we left, spend the night, a whole day in 6 or 7 hours in Tallinn, Estonia, get back on the ship, and then come back. So it was just nice, and we had some more drinks. They have a sauna and a whirlpool and a steam room on the ship, and a massage person. So we scheduled that for yesterday after we got back from our trip, which I really needed. My plantar fasciitis was just.
Oh, I bet.
Oh my God. And my hip flexors were just. I mean, because it was cold, and we walked, I think 7 miles yesterday.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a lot.
It was a lot. And so I had a magnesium oil massage, so she run magnesium oil, which was helpful, very helpful. And then I did the sauna, the dry sauna, and the steam room and the whirlpool, and it was just
oh man, that sounds amazing. I need a spa day so bad.
Where would you go in St. Louis to get a steam room like that?
Four Seasons.
Okay, well,
they have a nice spa. I don't know. I'm gonna have to research that. I'm sure there are several, but I know this Four Seasons has a really nice.
Well, maybe some of our listeners could, send us an email.
Yeah.
Or leave a comment down
below. I I mean, I think that that's exactly what I need to finally get over the last bit of this and
to clear it out.
My body feels so abused right now because it's been through a ton. And, you know, I was kind of laughing last night. I was telling Ken, I'm just like one more cold away from a 6-pack.
Yeah.
You know,
you've developed muscles in your abdomen that you never knew you had.
Totally. Yeah. So, so fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Yeah. You know, hopefully the universe will just give me another one soon, so I don't lose already. I know. I'll
then I'm going.
the toning that I have.
Right. Exactly. Forget sit-ups. I mean, you know, yeah. Who wants to do that?
These are our bicep curls. Remember?
Right. Exactly. So
Yeah.
I'm not drinking wine right now. Not that I, you know, it's 11:30 here, which of course, you know me, I'm not opposed to having a lunch wine or a breakfast wine, breakfast Chardonnay.
Yeah.
But because I'm still getting over this, I am drinking Ken's special homemade coffee for me.
Oh, good.
Which this is something perhaps I should share a little recipe for. Like he actually takes the coffee, he does a pour over for me, and he puts in the coffee grounds cinnamon and hand muddled cardamom. And then this happens to have eggnog in it. So it's like
it's the holidays.
It's a holiday. Yes. It's a holiday latte. So, so I'm being a good girl and just drinking caffeine at this point.
Well, I have the tea too, but I figured, I mean, Anne was like, oh, can I have your wine? I'm like,
oh, you have to. Yeah. Somebody's got to keep the torch going for one of us.
Try my best. I'm sorry that my computer keeps dinging when these emails come through.
Tell me about Estonia. What I saw from the pictures that you shared, it really, and maybe I've had like an overexposure to Hallmark movies since I've been sick, but like I just kept seeing like Hallmark, you know, like those moments where they go off to the very small little country that's like, it's called Estonia or something like that, you know, and, you know, a Genovia, you know, and there's always the, you know, the prince that falls in love with the commoner kind of story. That's what I kept seeing there. Is that what it feels like?
So we were in Tallinn, Tallinn, which is the capital of Estonia. And Estonia is, okay, well, on the globe. So, well, anyway, we'll just, we'll put a map up here. We'll have our editor put a map up here, and then we'll draw like, you know, where things are. But it's kind of like, apparently you can just look across the little sea and see Helsinki, Finland. So it's really close to Helsinki where Tallinn is. But Estonia used to be part of the Soviet Union.
Okay.
And they got their independence in 1991 from the Soviet Union. And a really, really good documentary that will bring tears to your eyes is called The Singing Revolution. And them and one of the other Baltic countries, that's how they won their independence, because they were not allowed to sing their Estonian national anthem the whole time they were under Soviet rule. And then they just started to sing it, and they started a whole conference, or not like big singing festivals, and
right.
It became, you know, they sang for freedom.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I had seen that documentary before I went to. Before I even knew I was going to Estonia. I mean, I saw it several years ago. I'm sure you can find it on Netflix or Amazon.
That's incredible.
Look it up; you'll really enjoy it. And they have like the world champions singing every 4 years or something. So the next one will be this summer in 2019.
Maybe the caravan needs to start singing. Maybe that'll spread some love.
I know.
You know.
Yeah, I can just tell you it was nice to be away from all of that.
Yeah.
That stuff while I was here.
I'm sure it was.
And what a great story. And defend the rest of the United States. It's like, no, we're not all like that. No, we're not all like that.
Oh, are people like, kind of under the assumption that
I was like, no, I didn't. I didn't
like our administration.
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
I always think it's funny. I love, you know, like there's a lot of English movies, like, you know, comedies that love to portray Americans as like cowgirls and cowboys. I always love it. I think it's funny, like you think about Love Actually. I think that movie is great. It's always like one of those where the holiday season is starting to come into play. I'll put Love Actually on. And of course, the one guy goes off to America to find a girl. And of course he finds himself a cowgirl, and
Of course.
and then I watched another one the other night and it was like the same. It was a fun movie. It was with Colin Firth, and it was like this art dealer that wants to pull a ruse on his boss, who's just a real shrewd, indecent businessman, who's played by Alan Rickman. Mm-hmm. And Cameron Diaz plays this cowgirl, that he brings into this ruse. So anyway, I just think it's funny that's like the international perception of Americans.
I may not have helped it very much because my new shoes are these really great short cowboy boots.
Oh my God, that's great.
I know I might not have helped it, but I didn't wear those around Tallinn. I wore my, snow boots with the nice cushioned heel and stuff like that. I saved my great cowboy. They're so cute. They were like rhinestone studs. They're so cute. Save those for the ship. But anyway, Tallinn is where so it's the capital city of Estonia, and they have that's where their parliament is, and they have like all the embassies are there, and it's a very, very wealthy country, and they call it the Silicon Valley of Europe.
Wow. Really?
Skype was created in Tallinn, in Estonia.
Oh my goodness. So is it technology, or what is their main technologies? Or
technology, digital. So they're like a digital government. It's there's a lot of really great YouTube videos out there, but it's only like between 1.3 and 1.5 million people live in the whole country.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. Huh. So the city of Tallinn is like 400,000, maybe 450,000. So it's larger than the city of St. Louis, but the whole country is the metropolitan area of St. Louis.
Oh my God. It is like one of those Hallmark countries.
Emily, are you going to look at some property over there and get yourself
I think so. Oh my God. I love it.
It was really quaint. And I think it's the oldest medieval town. So from the Middle Ages, still preserved and functioning in the Northern Europe. It's amazing. The old town. And I took a lot of pictures from the old town where we were, and the cobblestone streets was to a number on my hip flexors. Oh my God. I was like, I just got to walk on something flat and straight.
Right. So what kind of footwear were the women wearing?
Well, it was a snowy day, so everybody was in boots.
But yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how women would walk on those streets in heels.
Yeah.
I don't know. But in Tallinn, all the public transportation is free for residents of Tallinn. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Nicely done there. And then there was some mixture of some, like outside the old city, the walled medieval fort city, the Gamlestan, and that means old town. And Stockholm has a Gamlestan also. So that's,
Mm-hmm.
Now that just means old town.
Sure.
But you could see like the mixture of the Soviet era boring architecture, think gray concrete block, utilitarian. Mm-hmm. And then you have like the new stuff going up, and then you have it's just a really exciting place to be. And I don't know if it was more expensive because everything was in euros, and I know the euros it cost us a little more dollars in euros by just.
It's not
as far as my bank account is concerned, I just went 1-to-1.
Yeah, I don't know. Rounded around there. It's been hovering like around 1.10 for a long time.
Well, right. I didn't want to do the whole I think it's like $2 for every euro, because then I would feel bad about.
No, it's not that bad.
Yeah,
it's not. It's very close. So
it is very close. Yeah. But it was great, and we went to the summits. Like they have 3 different places in their town where you can then see the whole town. Excuse me. And
it's not contagious from here. I promise.
No, I don't think so. And I took some pictures to where the snow, the storm was coming in, and that was kind of striking because it was like this beautiful sun shining on the city, and you could just see this dark cloud rolling in off of the sea, and I was like, it was just striking. So, but there's 3 places like that in Gamlistan area where you could see like as far, like the whole city. It was really cool. So we found all of them. We did walk around in a circle a few times going, wait, we were just here, like, hey kids, there's Big Ben. It's like, I know we were just here. Let's look at the map. And we finally figured out why the map was so confusing is they didn't have a legend to tell us where was north.
Oh, okay.
On the map. And so they basically had it upside down, and we're like, we think that should be north and then I did what every good hiker does. I said, okay, I said to Anne, I go, I'll figure out where we are. Where's the sun? The sun always sets in the west. Okay, it's right there. So that's east. Okay. And according to the map, it was like, so we were able to get back to because in the center, the square, and I took a picture of this too, they have the Christmas market. So all of these stalls and handcrafted materials and these wonderful, wonderful shawls, like coats I wanted to get that like zip up. It's all, hand knitted wool with the fur on the punch.
Oh.
But and they were reasonably priced. Everything was so reasonably priced, but they were
like what? What would they price?
€40.
Oh wow. Yeah. Definitely.
€65 in like the hats,
Oh.
But they were just so heavy, and I didn't have that much room in my suitcase coming here to take those back. So, you have to let that
think for the future.
Keep it in mind. And then so that was and then they have the Christmas tree in their center of their square. And I might be wrong, and I'll correct myself in comments if I am. The oldest continual like Christmas tree in a city square is in Tallinn. Not like, like every year they've not missed a Christmas season.
Oh, I see.
For
centuries.
Hundreds of years.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my. Cool. Yeah. I wonder when their tree lighting ceremony is. That would be really fun.
Well, the tree was already up. I mean, and people are already doing their advent calendars, and some of the Swedish people are already putting in their lights in their windows and stuff like that. So, I mean, it is kind of like, that time. For people.
Definitely is here. You see it now.
And I even saw it in Chicago on the train heading up, kind of near the area where you have the Sky or the Willis Tower or the old Sears Tower,
Oh, sure.
Yeah, they were having a Christmas market set up in that square. So I was like, this is kind of cool.
Speaking of Chicago, did you hear what happened in the Hancock building? Recently, like in the last week or so.
Since I left?
Maybe, yeah.
What happened?
So an elevator, a cable broke, and the car plummeted. I mean, something like 20 floors, and the brakes kicked in before it hit the bottom, and everybody survived.
There were people in the car?
Yeah. Isn't that incredible? Yeah. Everybody survived though.
Emily, that is one of my like phobias I have. I get into elevators. I'm like, oh, I wonder what it'd be like if the elevator cable broke.
Well, I'm going to know that
I'm like a flat, ranch house now. Well, I can't ever go at a high rise now.
But the brakes, there are emergency brakes.
That's good to know.
It's not as, like what you would think in the movies and so forth,
You're going to find this funny, and I think most of our listeners are going to find this funny as well. Before we went on the cruise, I had Anne's sons over for the Thanksgiving dinner, and we were talking about stuff, and her son starts to talk about the Titanic. And then they start talking about this other ship in 1994 that, they called the Estonia that crashed, and all these people died, like 900 people died. And I said, could we stop? Could we not talk about the large cruise ship disasters before I go on my very first cruise ship? Because otherwise
you're never going to get on.
I'm gonna be that American girl walking around in her life jacket the whole time.
sitting there, dinner,
Oh my God.
big old orange life jacket.
Oh my
Just stop,
God.
right? Fast
Yeah.
forward to yesterday, I go in to get my massage. Masseuse plays Celine Dion. the My Heart Will Go On song. I'm like,
Oh my God.
why are you playing the Titanic song while you're giving me a massage and I'm supposed to be relaxing? And you're making me think of like we're crashing.
Oh my God. Oh.
I'm like, someone needs to tell her that that's an inappropriate choice of music for your.
Absolutely. Oh my God.
So that was kind of funny. Anyway, have a little another sip.
What an adventure.
Yeah, it's been an adventure, and it was just wonderful. And dinner last night, and we sang some more. Had a great time at karaoke. You'd have been so proud of me.
What did you sing? What are some of your?
I got everybody up dancing to YMCA.
Oh, perfect.
And it's good. What's even better is I know English really, really well.
Right. Yeah. So you got all those lyrics down.
I got all. They're like, wow, she's really good at that. And then I had them up to Smash Mouth's "I'm a Believer."
Yeah.
I finally started thinking that's what I need to do. I need to find songs that everybody knows, everybody can sing, and it's not about me.
Right. Totally. Like that's why, like for me, a karaoke go-to is B-52's Love Shack.
Yeah, because everybody knows it.
Everybody knows it. It's fun. People love to belt it out, and there's roles for everybody. Love Shack, baby. There's something for everyone. Yeah.
And there was this bearded fellow. His name was Alex. He was an Estonian. He was a big Estonian man, and so he sang. I think YMCA with me. I'm like, come on, let's do that. And he was younger, and then not much younger, but he was not my age. And then we sang another one together, and then he comes off the stage, and he's like, so you're not English. I was like, no, I'm American. And he was like,
oh no.
He's like, he went, can I touch you? Oh, why? God. Because like in his mind, how in the world does an American get on this cruise ship going to Estonia in November?
Right. Yeah.
Or coming back from Estonia. So anyway, we had a good time, and
that's
sent him on his way after the karaoke was over. We, shut down that bar.
Did you
make They have a disco on the cruise ship. They have a pub. They have restaurants. They have the Starlight Cabaret. They have
the whole city.
They have gaming. They have it's like a whole city. You're right.
So did you make any friends like long term that you'll stay in touch with?
Oh, well, the women in Sweden, of course.
Well, those are already your friends, though, right?
Right. No, not on the boat. I didn't go that route. No. But next time I go, if they're like, oh, remember you? No, it just we met this night.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. I'm excited. I haven't talked to anybody in a week.
Or I know, and we usually talk every day, people, and then we did text and stuff back and forth, but we just didn't have a chance to.
I wasn't worth much.
Yeah.
So I totally forgot. In the excitement of it all, I forgot what I was going to say. So carry on.
You wanted to know if I made any friends.
Yes, but we already talked about that.
And I said no. But we did have a nice lady named Irina. Go ahead. Now you remember.
Okay. Yeah, now I do. So I'm just curious, is this cruise to Estonia something that you will be doing now as a regular part of your Sweden adventures?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it was nice because Anne was like, it was good to be able to get away and have like a mini vacation, next time I come, unless there's another really great fair sale and I just can't pass it up, and and I'm in your kitchen showing you the great fair sale and you're like, yes, buy it, let's let that doesn't happen again. It probably won't be until the fall when I come with my daughter. And I told her we're going to do the cruise.
Oh, how cool.
Because it's just 2 days. It's just nice. I mean, I think you to go see these things. Maybe we'll go to Helsinki. I hear the shopping's great in Helsinki, but they don't have the Gamla stan that Estonia has. So I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, I imagine where where you are, there's lots of little quick jaunts that you could do to explore.
Apparently I could just catch a plane to Oslo, Norway for like $100.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my
Maybe we'll do that
gosh.
next time. Maybe the next time I come up. But I mean, when I'm not with Megan.
Mhm.
But we just have, I mean, I've had a great time here. I love all of Anne's friends. They are like my friends now. And we went to see Ben Howard on Friday night, his concert.
I don't know who Ben Howard is.
Well, that's okay. He has like 3 famous songs.
Like, is this
I can look him
like
up real
pop?
quick. He's English and
Okay.
well, I mean, you will know it. Hold on, I'll find it. Let me get his favorite. Ben Howard. He's from London. He is his song is Only Love, Promise. You'll probably recognize this if I play a little bit of it. Oh, geez. Anyway, I don't
Okay.
want to do that.
I'll
Apple
look it up.
Music. Yeah, everybody out there, look up Ben Howard. You're going to recognize it. And it was general admission, so we had to stand. And did I mention about my foot? But I looked really cute wearing
Yeah.
that great dress and the shoes. Um,
I hope that you're going to share pictures.
well, yeah, sure. I have pictures of the shoes. I don't have a picture of myself in the dress yet, but I'll wear it again. He did not sing his 3 most famous songs.
Really?
Not even on encore. He
Wow.
only sang the songs from his new album. And I'm like, and I stood for all that.
Yeah. Oh, that's
I always like this. And he never said thank you. And he didn't say, hi, I'm Ben Howard. It was like, apparently he's an introvert.
Yeah. He just got up there to do his duty and yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then they had an opening act who never told us their name either.
That's so strange. It's like they don't even want to be there.
Right. But yep, I'm just having to stand through it all. And then after that, we went to this really great restaurant called the Gondolin. It looked like a crane over the city, but it's not a crane. But it was like you go up and then it sticks out.
I saw that photo of yours.
Really cool. And so we had some drinks and peanuts and chit-chatty there.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds.
And then Ubered home. You know how you do.
Yeah.
Again.
Oh my gosh.
But it's, I mean, I just, I really enjoyed, went to 450 Gradi, which is my favorite pizza restaurant in Stockholm at Lidingö. And I've gone every time. And the owner, I don't know his name, but he recognizes me every time I come in. He's like, oh,
hey.
And and they moved to a new location, which is now Seaside. Before he was kind of tucked back in the neighborhood. We could walk to it, but this time we would take the train over. But it's by the sea. And I told Anne, I said, next time we come, the boat is still operating. Let's just take the boat, dock, have our pizza. Wonderful. Yeah. And I got to meet my friends' kids, my other friend Isabel and her sons, and they were wonderful, charming. It was just, everything about this trip has been fantastic.
Oh man.
Yeah, I can't.
So cool.
I know. I mean, I'm ready to come home, because I have that travel day tomorrow, and to be home is going to be nice. And I have other things, planned. I know this isn't my last trip, but my last visit here, which makes it easy in my heart,
right,
to go away,
right,
go back to the States, because I know I'll be back.
So now you drove to Chicago, right?
I took the train.
Oh, good, because I'm like, oh my gosh, to have a full travel day and then.
Yeah. No, I'll stay the night at my dad's in Chicago and visit with him some more, and then I'll get.
Did he like his wine?
I don't know yet. I brought him the bottle, so I'll have to. I mean, not the bottle, but the box. It was recommended by the wine merchant, and I told him, I said it came very highly recommended, and so we did not have any that night. We were drinking off those already open bottles. So I'll find out if he's had some of it. The thing he is doing now, though, is he's having a gin every night, trying little different gins in the small batches and things like that. So he's kind of. So now I know I can look for some other things to give him.
So what part of Chicago does he live in?
He lives in Streeterville near Navy Pier. Yeah.
So there's a really cool
It's kind of close to the
distillery.
Hancock building, but thankfully.
Oh yeah. There's a great distillery north. I think it's near, it's like near Northwestern, called Few.
Oh, up by Evanston?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
up there. It's called Few. And
FEW?
Okay. And that's somehow related to the prohibition law, you know, that it's there's some tie there. But they do gins and bourbons. Oh my God, it's really good stuff. I love their gin. It's very pretty. It's everything you just kind of want to drink it neat. But it would be worth going up there sometime with him and doing a little tour and a little sting, a little taste test.
Yeah.
It's a great, oh my gosh. And I'll show you next time you come over, the bottles all have these kind of vintage landscapes around Chicago. So there's a Ferris wheel from maybe Pier that's like, you know, an old depiction, and it's very thoughtful, everything that they do.
Oh wow. Yeah. I don't know if he's aware of that, but I'll have to mention that.
Yeah.
Or I'll say, Dad, watch the YouTube channel and you'll learn so many great things. And then we get another like viewer, subscriber, you know, numbers go up, you know, everything. Sure. I'll be like, hey Dad, there's so much I want to tell you, but could you just watch my YouTube channel? I do have something I want to show you real fast that I did do for the kids. Hold on.
Yes.
I'll be right back.
Okay. I'll try to hold the fort down without coughing too much. So Iggy Pup, you want to come here? You want to meet everybody?
I'm back. Almost back.
Iggy Pup, come here.
Computer. Oh,
I'm gonna coax Iggy Pup over.
Such a close-up of my boobs there. Forget sometimes.
Hey, you know what? We get our viewers however we need to. Right?
If we keep them. Okay, eventually Michelle will show her boobs. So, look what I made for them. Can you see?
Oh, nice. Oh, and I love that they're in a holiday tin. That's even
birds on it. Yeah, holiday tin. And I followed a metric recipe, and I know I mentioned that on Facebook. And I will just say, just like all of the recipes in the United States that talk about their chocolate chip cookies.
Come here, Iggy.
When they say, follow this recipe and you will have 100, it will yield you 100 5-centimeter cookies.
Oh my gosh.
5 centimeters, right?
Yeah. That's a small cookie.
That's a very small cookie.
Yeah.
And of course, I know my life and growing up and making chocolate chip cookies, I went ahead and doubled the batch.
Yes.
Made American size chocolate chip cookies. And I got 50.
See, that's more, no,
it's half as much as I would have gotten.
Even though you doubled the batch.
I doubled it. But it was a fun time making that, and they all love it. Love the cookies.
That's great. Yeah. So did they turn out? I mean, you can kind of tell with consistency, and I'm sure you tasted the batter and stuff.
I like them a little more crunchy. These came out a little more cakey, and it could be the quality of the flour. You know, it's different than what I'm used to. I didn't, you know, and the butter, of course, everything was, you know, organic.
It's different. Did you use some sort of a shortening?
I did not. Couldn't find any Crisco here, so I just used butter. But when I make all butter cookies in the States,
they're thinner and crispier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting? Huh.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's an altitude thing too. Like, what's the altitude there?
I mean, it's not like Colorado or anything like that.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it could be a latitude thing.
Who knows?
Not altitude, but latitude.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
I don't know, but anyway, it all worked out. And she has cookies. I said, you can try to freeze them, you know, if you want.
Oh yeah, frozen chocolate chip cookies are great.
Just so she can have them, save them, you know.
Yeah.
But it was good, and yeah. And I know that. I mean, we've been talking now for
50 minutes.
Oh my God. And this
unbelievable.
This is a bonus episode.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I think it's good just to be able to
see you again.
I know, likewise.
And we can do these things, right? We can do it like this, and
Absolutely.
you know,
Yeah.
we can
I
do all
think
that
it's
stuff.
great. I'm trying to get Iggy Pup over here because I talk about him a lot, but he hasn't
Oh,
had
people
to
don't.
meet people. So let me see if I can coax him over here. Hold on a second.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll just talk to our audience and have another sip of wine. And I don't know if we can find this Tomasi, but I'm telling you, if we can, we will find out at wine merchant in St. Louis if we can find the Tomasi brand and the Graticcio Appassionato. I was just talking to, I was assuring our listeners and our watchers that we were going to try to find this this brand of wine and let them know if we can get it in the States.
Yeah, that's great.
Look at Iggy Pup.
There he is. I know. He's been Nurse Iggy Pup for the last week. So
can you tilt do you have a desktop or a laptop?
It's a laptop.
Could you tilt it down a little bit so we can see him a little more? Oh, look at him. How cute.
He is, sweetheart. I think he's got a feather in his cheek. Yes, he does. So he, I know. It's about time for him to get his Christmas grooming.
Will he get like a tartan plaid on or something like that? A little green?
Oh, I love tartan plaid on him. Yeah, okay. He looks good in that.
I bet he does.
Yeah, so he's you know, he's a good little boy, this one. So yeah. I don't know what I would have done without him this week. Hi, baby.
Well,
so anyway,
Ken was happy that Iggy was around. So
Iggy. Yeah, so he didn't have to be around me. I didn't want Ken around me because I was worried that he'd get sick, you know.
Yeah.
But he kept himself busy. So even on Thanksgiving, you know, which was unfortunately my worst day, he kept himself busy. He raked the yard, and then he just spent the entire day working on building me my closet.
Good for him.
He's building this whole, so like in the center of the room, he's built this whole thing that's got like, you know, to hang clothes and shelves for foldables and shelves for shoes. And it's quite an accomplishment. So I'm going to be in good shape here.
You're going to have to do a whole little walking tour episode of your new closet.
I know.
Kind of like when they did the lifestyles of the rich and famous, you know, back in the day, you know, and they'd be like, look, I have this new system from, you know, IKEA or the Container Store, whatever you got it, or, you know, Amazon or something like that. And then you can talk about it and, you know, I think it'll be fun. I'm sure.
We'll do an episode from the closet. Yeah.
Emily is coming out of the closet. Her custom made closet.
Oh gosh. Oh my. Well, I'm hey, I just want a quick update on one of our previous guests, Julia. You know, and she was on afterwards we were talking about you know, kind of,
she's actually going to be, her episode's dropping this Friday.
Oh, yay. I love her episode. I'm really excited about it. She, you know, she's had a hard time trying to figure out how to work with her ailment, but she's got a kind of a good strategy in place and a good business plan that she's, you know, provided to a restaurateur here in town. And she's meeting with him today to finalize their agreement. So it's, which is great. I'm so happy for her because she's so good at what she does and she cares so much. And for her to be able to find a way to work within her capabilities, it's awesome. So she sent the nicest message. She said this. So I want to share it with you because.
And our listeners.
Yeah.
And our viewers.
Exactly.
Who after in like 3 days when they start watching, well, it'll be Friday the 29th, right? Because today's Tuesday.
Yeah.
30th, Friday the 30th.
Okay.
That's when her episode will drop, November 30th. So if you are watching this after the 30th, you are going to love her and you'll have an update. And if you are watching this before the 30th, then we're not going to give any spoilers and you're still going to fall in love with her when you listen to her.
That's great.
How's
that? She just said, update, I have a meeting with blank tomorrow to come to an agreement on the proposal. This is me controlling my destiny when I thought my whole life was over in July. You and Michelle gave me such a boost in validation. Thank you. Isn't that awesome?
So sweet.
I know. Yeah. So I'm hoping, depending on how the timing of today is, hoping that I get a chance to see her for a little bit after since she'll be in town. So
yeah.
So if so,
That's
I'll have a
fantastic.
photo. Yeah.
Fantastic information, and what a good result. So keep me posted.
I will. Yeah.
Stuff like that. So I'll be home tomorrow. I'll be back in the States tomorrow.
Yay. And home on Thursday.
And then home on Thursday. Yes.
Well, good. Well, once you've recovered, I imagine it's going to take you a few days.
It's usually like the third day I'm home, I'm like, I just got to go to bed. And then I have that really, really long sleep and I wake up and I'm fine.
And you're refreshed. So come Monday, you'll be in good shape. We're back in the studio on Monday, right?
We're back in the studio on Monday.
Oh, fantastic.
I get 3.5 days off of drinking.
All right. Let that liver repair itself. Yeah.
You better get well too, because I can't be drinking for both of us on Monday.
I will be in tip-top shape by then for sure.
All right.
I mean, look at me. I'm upright.
I know. I mean, for a girl who's been sick the whole time and she has her feathers on and her great little hat and everything's just, and I'm in my black.
This is me cheating because I have a t-shirt dress on, but you throw on a fancy sweater and all of a sudden I look better than than what's really going on. So, and of course, you know.
I hear you. I appreciate how kind and accommodating and accepting all of our listeners.
I know. Are. Not perfect, you know. Real people, darn it.
Real women in real life.
Real women.
Real women in real life. And everyone loves our logo here. And nothing but great things to say and everything. I will share those with you. We're not going to bore our listeners with that kind of stuff, but 100% fantastic information and feedback. So anyway, and we're growing our listenership and our viewership in Sweden.
I noticed that. Yeah, that's awesome. I love it.
Yep.
Yeah. Now we just need to do little remotes all around the world. Where next?
I'm going to Scotland.
Oh, that's right.
January.
Oh,
I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do there.
All right.
I know English pretty well, but I'm not sure I'll be able to, sing it better than those guys at karaoke, but I'll try.
Yeah. Just work on integrating that brog and you'll be in good shape.
I'm going to do my best. I'm right there. Try it. So, Emily, I will see you soon.
Yeah.
Listeners and viewers will see you soon as well. And follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Right. That's right.
Our
subscribe.
Website, clitorallySpeakingPodcast.com. I'm sure it's going to come up here because I'll have our editor bring it up.
Yes.
Roll some tape. And
let us know what you're thinking. We have call us. We've got a comment line.
We have a comment line, and that number 2 is also just come up.
Also, it's going to be around probably up here.
Maybe it's up top. Maybe it's up top. Maybe it's something like that. We're going to get we promise you that one day we're going to actually have it memorized when we talk about our comment line.
I know. Sometimes I can do it.
But anyway, it's all good. Thanks for coming and listening and spending time with us today.
Yeah. Or today, whatever time you're in.
Whenever you watch it. All right.
Safe travel. Thank you so much for catching up.
Yeah, ciao. Talk to you soon.
Bye.